Hello, people, and welcome to another exciting episode of Real Estate Made Simple. And I am your host, Amaka. And today we're talking about buying land in Nigeria for the very first time. That big step from being a dreamer to a landowner. Whether you're thinking of buying your own mansion, or maybe not a mansion, but your future home, or looking for a perfect investment in land, we've got you covered right here on Network ITV. Now, let's be real. Buying land is a very serious business. But don't worry, I'm here to help you avoid some rookie mistakes. Plus, we'll chat about what you can actually afford because let's face it, not all of us are buying land in Banana Island or Asokoro. So, you've seen that juicy plot of land online, or your cousin's friend's brother says he's got a sweet deal for you. Before you rush into it, let's talk about some common traps that first-time land buyers fall into. Trust me, you don't want to find yourself looking at bushes and wondering, how did I end up here? Pitfall number one, no proper land title document. This is the biggest wahala you can face. You think you've bought a land only to find out that you've been scammed. Always, and I mean always, make sure that the land has proper documentation like a C of O, an R of O, or title documents. If the seller is showing you something like a deed of chieftaincy or a landlord's receipt, you need to run. You don't want to end up buying a piece of land that is involved in a legal dispute or government project. Seriously, folks, don't be shy. Verify that land at Aegis or the land registry because guess what? That plot might belong to the government or worse, it's for public use and there is nothing you can do about it once purchased. Pitfall number two, not getting the land surveyed. I know, survey sounds very boring, but let me tell you, they are super important. You don't want to pay for one plot, then find out later that you've bought someone's backyard instead. A registered surveyor will make sure and confirm the boundaries that you're not stepping on anyone else's land or toes. And yes, it's a bit of a legwork, but trust me, it will save you a world of pain down the line. Pitfall number three, ignoring the land use zoning. Just because you see an empty land does not mean you can build your dream house there. Imagine buying land only to discover it is meant for agriculture. What will you do? Start growing cassava? No. Always check with local authorities to see if the land is approved for residential or commercial use, or if it is in the middle of a flood zone. You don't want your house turning into an Olympic swimming pool during the rainy season. And finally, pit number four, not considering infrastructure. I get it, that land far out in the bush looks cheap, but how are you going to get there? By helicopter? Check if there are good roads, electricity cables, and water. Otherwise, you spend all your money on transportation and generators. Trust me, that land isn't so cheap when you factor in these costs. Okay, now that we've dodged all the land buying traps, let's talk about money. How much can you actually afford? Because let's be honest, not all of us have oil money. First things first, location matters. Land in Lagos or Abuja, expensive. But if you're looking in less developed areas, prices are a lot more reasonable. And those opportunities you should grab. Example, in highbrow areas like Mitama or Guzape, you're looking at something in the range of 100 million to 200 million per 1,000 square meters. But if you head down places like Wasa or Lube, you can find a land for as low as 1 million naira. Yes, that difference is that big. And remember, sometimes it's better to start small. If your dream land is out of reach for now, buy something affordable and let it appreciate. Land doesn't depreciate, especially in growing areas. So think of it as an investment that you get to reap in the nearest future. Who knows, in 5 years, the land could triple value. So now that you've avoided pitfalls and figured out what you can afford, you're one step closer to becoming a proud landowner in Nigeria. Remember, do your homework, stick to your budget, and always think long term. Don't rush it. Land is a very big deal, but it's an amazing opportunity that you should key into. That's all today on episode of Real Estate Made Simple. If you had fun today and learned a thing or two, hit the like button, share, and make sure to subscribe. And hey, if you've got questions, leave them at the comment section. I'll be taking them on our next episode of Real Estate Made Simple on Network ITV. And I remain Amaka. Bye for now.